Nathan, a difficult afternoon, but it never helped when you're 2-0 down inside 9 minutes.
No, look, I've probably only felt... We lost to Reading last year, but I understood because it was a 3-game week. We'd had a big week, and it was just one of those things. I've had 2 games in my life where I've been a little bit embarrassed, and this is one of them, really. The other one came a year and a half ago or whatever in the FA Cup, but this was an embarrassing one, really, to be honest with you. And we knew what was coming, and you thought you just do the basics right, and then you build. And we played, you know, not too differently to how we've been in recent weeks. But when they put a ball in the back stick, and the things happened that did, then that can't happen. And then we got done by a counter-attack, and we didn't work hard enough to stop the counter-attack. And then you're 9 minutes tuning it down, and you don't see where it's come from, because you've actually started okay, you know. And it's reminiscent of the Millwall game, if I'm honest, in terms of the setup. They came 4-4-2, you know, they needed a result today. They came, they worked hard for their manager, which shows that they're behind him. But a little bit embarrassing for me, and that's got to stop. Now look, we talked about making 11 changes today to freshen stuff up, but you know, sometimes you can't do that and things. But I'm just a little bit embarrassed today, if I'm honest.
The tone was set even with the first goal. It was poor marking at the back post, but it shouldn't have been a corner kick in anyway, because your defenders were messing about with the ball. That kind of set the tone. Well,
it's happened in midweek now as well, because we've got to give a penalty away because we haven't cleared our lines and stuff, because they haven't been carved open and things, and then that. But no, you know, no disrespect. They put a ball in that's right on our biggest guy, and our biggest guy goes down under the most flimsy of challenges, and then we lose our marker back stick, and then suddenly you 1-0 down, and you know, it's catastrophic, really. And then, you know, we're actually better side in terms of it. And then we have a corner, they break on us. We allow, I think it's Harry Wilson out, and we've got 2 around him. Ojo, and it's embarrassing, you know, and that kind of thing, you can't happen, because you might get away with that at League 2. We don't get away with that at Championship. So we were way off. And if I'm honest, the second half, you know, it could have been more. It could have been more. So that kind of performance can't happen. And I didn't see it coming, because we've been in excellent form in terms of performance-wise. And then that came out of nothing. But it's happened 45 minutes against Rotherham, 45 minutes against Millwall, and 45 minutes against Cardiff. Well, probably 90 against Cardiff. So that's the worrying thing for me.
What are you like in there with that, telling us what you say, but do you let them off it because it's just 1 in 5, the first poor one?
Well, half time, I was animated. After, you have to be philosophical about it, because you know, you can rant and rave, but it loses its effect. Now, what you have to do now is make sure that they learn from that, and we have a few home truths. But you know, I've got you know, people in there that didn't do the jobs today. And I include myself in that, in terms of we could have been better. We'll analyse what could we done better, what should we, you know, we done. But we came solid here today, you know, in terms of a strong side that's done really well. We played an extra midfielder to maybe cause problems in terms of that, but we lacked the cutting edge, we lacked impetus. But that wasn't helped when you 2-0 down after 9 minutes, because game plans go out the window then, and then they grow, and you know, they're in an unbelievably false position. There's a lot of Premier League players there who've played in the Premier League, who are expensive players. So when they then get confident, and that's what we had to do today, not let them get confident. But when you gift them a goal after 4 minutes, that's, you know, that can't happen.
A double substitution in the 40th minute. Could that have been anyone going off?
Absolutely anyone. I think probably 2 or 3 came out with any credit today, and I don't want to be a manager that says he did, but because 2 or 3 did live up to their billing today. You know, 2 of those were loan signings, if I'm honest. Joe Morrell came on and was excellent, you know, but the rest were just below par today. And look, it's just another 3-game week, so this might happen. It's going to happen. And we talked about making 11 changes and freshening stuff up, but you've got to keep it real. It's the Championship. You're away at Cardiff. You make 11 changes. What does that show? You know, and then Cardiff win, and people, you know, people say, well, what are you doing? This is the Championship. So there's a lot of things to consider. But look, we were nowhere near today. Cardiff thoroughly deserved their win, and to be fair, 4-0 didn't flatter them.
The harsh realities of the Championship, if you play poorly, you're going to get done.
I don't think we were poor. I think we were horrific today. I really do, and I don't want to give anyone headlines, but that's as bad a performance as that we've had. I accept the Reading one because we were away at Swansea, we were away at Leeds. It was a big thing, and they had 5 chances to score today. You know, they had more of the chances. Sluga you know, made some good saves. But apart from that today, I mean, we were inept today, and that's the thing. So we'll dust ourselves down and we'll go again. This has happened a few times, you know, 2 or 3 times, so we have to address that.
The leaders next up, and I suppose you will have a strong think about which side you pick, like you always do anyway.
Yeah, and it'll be a different game from today, you know, totally different game, but we're going to need to be right at it, because, you know, Norwich are a very, very good side, but this is the harsh reality of the Championship. You know, you've got Cardiff today with one of the favourites to go up, the favourites to go up, and then another one of the favourites after that, so they come thick and fast. So look, we've just got to make sure we're ready. We dust ourselves down, but we have to learn from this defeat, because it's a little bit of a recurring theme, and we have to put a stop to that.